Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Cuban Gardener. Today I'm going to be showing you there's a fresh patch of forest behind my condo or the complex where I live. And there's a bunch of animals, fruits, vegetables, and I'm going to be showing you a few of those things today. So let's see what we can find. All right, here we go, guys. Today I'm going to start with the blackberry, right? Blackberries are actually wild plants, and they're very nutritious, by the way, right? Their leaves can be used for tea. They can be used for mouthwash as well, right? Because it has a strong odor or flavor to it. Now the fruit itself is very gotta be careful because it has a lot of thorns. Um, The fruit itself is very nutritious as well. It has a lot of antioxidants. So when the fruit turns purple, that means there's enough antioxidants, right? That will tell you that that plant has a lot of nutrition. With that being said, we all know blackberries from the store. They taste great and they're very big. Actually, once you try the wild ones, and there's actually a lot of varieties, the flavor is intense. It's just more. You can sense or you can feel the more vitamin C that we have. So as you can see here, right? These are the flower buds. Obviously springtime, so everything is gonna be flowering right now, and I'm excited for this. So I'm gonna show you more how much flowers we have here. Look at this. Look at that. Now, during the day, like around noon or so, 10 a.m., this is filled with leaves. I mean, with bees, and it's just pollinating everything, right? Now, the good thing about being a gardener is that you're the only one who notices this stuff, right? There's people that live here, just like me. Sometimes they see me and they're like, "Hey, what are you looking at? What is that?" They have no idea. And overall, they're just missing out, right? So just to give you an idea, every little bush that you can think of right here that you can see, that's all blackberries, by the way, right? Now, blackberries can be propagated by seed, right? But the reason that they grow so fast, as you can see here, right? See that? They grow sort of like strawberries, right? So the stems, they grow outwards and they shoot a main stem out of that root, and then you get a new plant in some sense, right? So it's sort of like a weed, if you want to call it, but it's actually a healthy one. And a lot of people have said before that blackberries can be or are known to be a carnivorous plant, because the stem has so many thorns, right, that animals get stuck in it, and then the plant feed off the flesh of the animal. But look at how many flowers we have here. Look at this. This is amazing. Look at this one here. Look at that. It's filled with leaves and flowers. And I'm gonna start using tea. I'm gonna start using the leaves for tea as well, because they're very healthy. All right, guys. So you can see it's a lot of trees here, a lot of vegetation. Now you can tell that over time, it has created some sort of mulch, right? With all the amount of leaves and dead wood and material. So I'm gonna take some of this and add it to my container, because I'm gonna be transplanting one of the blackberry plants. So you can see, look how dark this is, right? It's awesome. All right, guys. So I just found this dead tree. Probably been here for like probably like 10 years or so. Now, this is what's beautiful about the cycle of life, right? Look at this. Look at the quality of the compost that this plant has created. Look at that red, right? This probably used to be some kind of red tree, but look at the moisture that it holds. I'm gonna add this to the compost and to my container as well. So it's gonna make it's gonna be served like perlite in some sense, and over time it's gonna decompose. This is actually awesome. Another thing about blackberries, they're super hardy, right? They're like true survivors. They'll grow anywhere, right? And in this case, as you can see here, there's a blackberry plant, right? And it's growing within the bark or the center of the trunk of the tree, right? And it's healthy, right? Because it's producing flowers. You can see here. Now I can see that it has been dying, and then it grew back. It could be a spring and winter kind of thing. I do see some bites on the top of the leaves. That tells me that there's deer, and there's actually I've seen a few wild deer in this area. But look at this, growing within the bark of the tree itself. That is awesome. Now, this is exciting to find. Look at this. Look at the amount of blackberries, or look at the size of the bush, right? And everywhere you look, there's flowers on it. I'm so happy because I know by June, right, within like 4 weeks or so, all these flowers are gonna be turned into fruits. They're gonna be pollinated overall, and I'm gonna be picking and harvesting every single day, right? As I stated before, the blackberry is so healthy, right? And especially the wild one, right? There's no chemicals, there's no pesticides. It's just feeding from a natural area that we have here in the back of the complex, right? And it's healthy, right? And I wanted to show you guys, like, blackberries are super you have to be careful, right? Because the thorns are very long, and if you get stuck in it, they're like serrated teeth. They're like curved. So if you pull, the more stuck you get, right? So that's why they call it a carnivorous plant as well like the raspberry family as well. It's all related to all of them. But look at the size of this bush here. So many plants. Look at that. Amazing, guys. All right, guys. So my goal for today, I want to show you how to transplant a blackberry plant or tree or shrub from where it's located, right? So as you can see here, I stated before that they grow from the root, right? So they spread around through the root system, and then they start shooting up shoots. Now my goal is to lift this whole plant here, okay? As you can see, it's already having flowers, and transplant it into a container that I have. Now I have to be careful because what my goal is, I want to find out where the main stem is. I'm gonna dig around the center a little bit, just to see So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut around the base, and hopefully I can cut enough root system so it doesn't die, right? Now it's a risk that I'm taking. I can take a younger plant without flowers, but since I'm late into the gardening season, I just want to take my risk and hopefully it'll work, right? Because I do have another plant in the house that I did. So what I'm gonna do is man. As you can see, I lifted the whole thing. There's enough roots around the base, so it can start regrowing again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transplant it into a container, and I'm going to feed it lots of compost, a lot of compost. They need to be very acidic. The soil has to be acidic. So let's do that. But as you can see, I lifted the whole thing, right? Now the bad thing about it is that it has a lot of pebbles and rocks. I wouldn't like that in the soil, but I'll do my best to remove some of them. All right, guys, this transplant. There we go. Gonna make a bunch of so the root system is intact. So I'm gonna cut some of the little stems or leaves that it has touching the base because I want some airflow. Blackberries are susceptible to a fungus that it makes the plant turn orange, or the leaves, and there's no cure for that, so I want to prevent that as much as possible. Cut the branches here. Okay. Now my biggest fear with this is the Also, disclaimer, I would suggest you guys use construction gloves. Now what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna buy some fertilizer. especially something that's designed for fruits. I'll probably do it once a month, and then other than that, I'll just let it grow. Just to finish off, I'm going to put a stick in the middle. Alright guys, so I'm using any regular stick. You can use some bamboo, whatever you have around the house. And then some tie wraps. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this through. There we go. And let's see. I have to be careful here. Ouch! Ouch. I don't want to tie. Ouch! There you go, guys. This stem here, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna let it. I'll probably get another bamboo stick. I'll plant it here so I can give some structure. And then depending how it grows, I'm gonna cut the base plants as well. I'm gonna cut these. There you go. I'm going to use you for tea. And this, I'm going to cut. There we go, guys. Complete. So as I stated before, keep on growing as a person and as a gardener as well. And let's make America garden again.